Most people think they know what a diamond is: a shiny rock, an engagement ring, something expensive. But what if the diamond sitting in a jewelry store window and the drill bit chewing through solid rock at an oil field are made of the exact same thing? That is not a metaphor. That is just facts. And by the end of this video, the way you see diamonds will never be the same. Colorless diamonds. The entire diamond industry was built around this stone, the one behind every engagement ring and every jewelry commercial. People call these white diamonds, but that is actually wrong. What most people picture is actually a colorless diamond, meaning the stone has no color at all. The cleaner and more colorless the stone, the rarer and more valuable it becomes. A gemological organization called the GIA, which is basically the global authority on grading diamonds, rates these on a scale from D to Z. D means completely colorless. Z means you can see a yellow tint with the naked eye. Diamonds that land near the top of that scale make up only about 2 out of every 100 diamonds mined on Earth. So even the stone your jeweler calls standard is sitting in a pretty exclusive club. These types of diamonds form between 900 and 1,300 degrees Celsius under crushing pressure deep inside the Earth's mantle over billions of years. They are the baseline. Everything from here gets stranger. Fancy color diamonds. Forget everything about absence of color. This category is about what went wrong at the atomic level in the best possible way. When tiny amounts of other elements get trapped inside a diamond as it forms, they change how light moves through the stone and produce color. Nitrogen creates yellow. Boron creates blue. Natural radiation from surrounding rock shifts the carbon atoms and produces green. Pink diamonds are a different story entirely. Scientists still argue about the cause, but the leading theory involves huge pressure during the diamond's journey to the surface, permanently warping its internal structure. 1 in every 10,000 carats mined even displays a fancy color at all. The odds of getting one with an intense, bright color drop to 1 in 25,000. Browns and yellows are the most common. Red, green, orange, and purple are the rarest. Of the 10 most expensive diamonds ever sold at auction, 7 were fancy-colored stones, not colorless ones. Top-tier colored diamonds have cleared $2 million per carat. If you want to understand why collectors treat these like currency, that number does the explaining. If you're enjoying this, hit like and subscribe, and leave a comment. Colorless or colored diamonds? Which one are you picking? Black diamonds. 2 completely different stones share this name, and one of them might have come from outer space. The first type gets its color from tiny impurities packed so tightly inside the stone that light can't pass through it. The second type is called carbonado, and it is genuinely strange. Carbonado is found in only 2 places on Earth: Brazil and the Central African Republic. It has never been found in kimberlite, the specific volcanic rock that contains every other type of diamond on the planet. It also contains a mineral called osbornite that is typically only found in meteorites. Scientists have found no deep earth minerals inside it, meaning it almost certainly did not form the way every other diamond forms. The leading theory is that carbonado arrived from space, possibly created inside a supernova explosion billions of years ago. In 2022, a 555-carat carbonado, called the Enigma, sold for over $4 million and holds the title of the largest cut diamond in the world. Not bad for a rock science still cannot fully explain. Lab-grown diamonds. The entire jewelry industry is arguing about this one because the product is chemically identical to the real thing, and nobody agrees on whether that matters. A lab-grown diamond and a mined diamond are the same thing, chemically, physically, and visually. Even a trained gemologist cannot tell them apart with the naked eye. Labs use 2 methods to create them. The first mimics the extreme heat and pressure conditions deep inside the Earth. The second grows a diamond atom by atom inside a chamber using carbon-rich gas, and the whole process takes just a few weeks. The price difference is enormous. A 1-carat lab-grown blue diamond might cost around $8,000 to $15,000. A natural one can easily exceed $100,000 per carat, and the best go far higher. Demand for lab-grown diamonds jumped from 3.5% of the market in 2018 to 18.5% by 2023, and major jewelry brands have shifted entire collections to lab-grown. The catch is that lab-grown diamonds do not hold their value the way natural stones do. Buying one as an investment is like buying a new car and expecting it to appreciate. It is simply not that kind of purchase. Treated diamonds. Most buyers overlook this, and it ends up costing them. These are natural diamonds altered after mining to look better than they actually are. One method involves exposing the stone to extreme heat and pressure, turning a yellowish low-grade stone colorless, or pushing it into a fancy color range entirely. Another method fires radiation at the stone's internal structure, forcing atoms to rearrange and produce colors like green, blue, and black. These diamonds are real and legally required to be disclosed. But a treated blue and a natural blue of the same apparent color can differ in value by hundreds of thousands of dollars. Green diamonds are the most suspicious category because their color naturally only reaches the surface of the stone, not the interior. Every green diamond gets sent for treatment testing at major labs. No exceptions. Industrial diamonds. About 70% of all diamonds ever mined never make it to a jewelry store. They're called bort, which are diamonds too flawed or too small for jewelry, so they're used for cutting, drilling, and construction instead. Diamond is the hardest natural material on Earth and moves heat faster than anything else in nature, making it essential in drill bits, grinding wheels, computer chip heat sinks, and surgical instruments. Natural diamonds make up only about 3% of the diamonds used in industry. The other 97% are lab-grown, produced specifically for tools and manufacturing. Each year, billions of carats of lab-grown diamonds are produced, compared to just around 120 million carats from the entire gem diamond market. Raw diamonds. Before the money gets involved, every diamond looks like nothing special. Before cutting, a diamond comes out of the ground as a waxy, dull-looking crystal, sometimes cloudy, sometimes oddly tinted, with no sparkle whatsoever. The transformation happens entirely through cutting and polishing. The most common final shape uses 57 or 58 precisely calculated flat surfaces to maximize how light enters, bounces around, and exits the stone. That is what creates the sparkle. The cut can make up to half of a finished diamond's value, which means the craftsman behind the polishing wheel carries almost as much responsibility as the mine itself. Antwerp, a city in Belgium, is the main hub for the global diamond trade. Around 80% of the world's rough diamonds pass through it before being cut. For large stones, teams of experts can spend months planning a single cut. One wrong move on a rough diamond can destroy millions of dollars in value, and there's no way to fix it. High jewelry diamonds. At this level, pricing just stops making sense. Buyers want stones with no color, no internal flaws even under magnification, and typically a weight above 10 carats. Stones that hit all three marks are extraordinarily rare, and the price does not scale the way you would expect. A 10-carat flawless diamond is not 10 times the price of a 1-carat flawless diamond. It can be 50 or 100 times more expensive, because finding a large diamond that is also internally perfect is a completely different level of rarity. The Oppenheimer Blue, a 14.62-carat vivid blue, sold for $57.5 million in 2016, the first time any diamond had ever crossed $50 million at auction. These stones are not worn to dinner. They're stored, insured, and treated more like assets than jewelry. Historic diamonds. Sometimes the story behind a stone is worth as much as the stone itself, and this category proves it. The Hope diamond began as a 112-carat rough stone mined in India in the 1600s. It was sold to King Louis XIV, recut into a crown jewel, then stolen during the French Revolution. It disappeared for decades before resurfacing and passing through royalty, socialites, and dealers. At one point, a Paris jeweler even created a curse story to help sell it. In 1958, Harry Winston mailed it to the Smithsonian in a plain brown box, insured for $1 million. Today, it is estimated at $250 million, and a big part of that value comes from the story attached to it. Sometimes the story is the product. Ultra-rare diamonds. Welcome to the final tier where chemistry decides the price and the numbers stop feeling real. Most diamonds contain tiny traces of nitrogen inside their structure, but a small group contains absolutely no nitrogen or other elements at all, just pure carbon in its most perfect form. Only about 1 to 2% of diamonds fall into this category, including some of the most famous ever, like the Cullinan, the Koh-i-Noor, and the Regent. Then there are diamonds where boron replaces nitrogen. That's what gives them their blue color and also makes them able to conduct electricity. The Hope diamond is one of them. At the very top, you get red diamonds, where things get extreme. Fewer than 30 have ever been confirmed. The largest, the Musayef Red, is just 5.11 carats. Most are under half a carat, and prices often exceed $1 million per carat, making red the most expensive diamond color in the world.